Hello class, we're continuing with Chapter 7, Evaluating Expressions. This is Lesson 7.3, Finding the Value of Expressions that have variables and numbers. So a few new terms for you. Variables, they are letters used to represent numbers. And then you will have a constant in your expression. And this is an object or symbol that does not change its value in a particular problem or discussion. So in the expression 4x minus 3y, we have the constants that are 4 and negative 3, and the variables are x and y. In an algebraic expression, it consists of numbers, variables, signs of operation, and signs of grouping. And not all of these need to be present in an expression. Finding the value of an expression that has variables and numbers has a few rules. You first want to replace each variable by its number value in parentheses. And you want to carry out all arithmetic operations using the correct order of operations. So in example 1, we want to find the value of 3x minus 5y. These variables, x and y, have a number value. X equals 10 and y equals 4. I'm going to replace the variables with these number values in parentheses. So 3 times x, which equals 10, minus 5 times y, which equals 4. So 3 times 10 equals 30. 5 times 4 equals 20. I'm going to bring down this subtraction sign and solve. 3 minus 20 equals 10. My next example 2, find the value of 2 times a minus b over 10 times c when a equals negative 1, b equals 3, and c equals negative 2. So let's fill in these variables with their number value. 2 times a equals negative 1, minus b, which is 3, over 10 times c, which has a value of negative 2. So I first am going to multiply 2 times negative 1. This is negative 2 minus 3. I'm just going to rewrite my problem as I work through this to help me not make any little mistakes. Now, I have a negative 2 minus 3. This is a subtraction of different sign numbers. So this subtraction will become a plus, and the sign of my second number, the value will change to a negative. So this is a negative 2 plus a negative 3, which is negative 5, over 10 times negative 2 is negative 20. I'm going to simplify this, and this simplifies to 1 over 4. Notice my 2 negative signs here. They're going to cancel out, and my answer is going to be a positive 1/4. Example 3, find the value of 2a minus what is in brackets, b minus 3, what is in parentheses, 3x minus 4y. Let's fill these variables with their values. We have a equals negative 3, b equals 4, x equals negative 5, and y equals 2. So let's begin filling this in. A is negative 3, and you want to write everything as you see it, including the grouping symbols. 3 times x, which is negative 5, minus 4 times y, which is 2. And I'm going to include that bracket. Okay, so remember we work first with what is the innermost grouping symbol. So we are going to work what's in the bracket. So I'm starting here, 3 times negative 5. Notice I'm not starting here 4 minus 3, because with order of operations, we start with multiplication first. So 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. And then 4 times 2 is 8, and I'm going to subtract, bring my subtraction sign. I'm actually going to add a grouping symbol just to help me separate that I'm still not done with what's going on here before I subtract from the 4. Okay, I'm going to include this bracket and rewrite everything. Okay, so I still need to subtract negative 15 from 8. This is a subtraction of different sign numbers, so this changes to addition, and I change the sign of my second number. Negative 15 minus 8 is negative 23. You can either keep this bracket just to help keep your place. Okay, minus. Okay, notice I still have to work within the bracket. I have a 4 minus a negative 23. So this is subtraction with different sign numbers. This is going to change to a plus, and this is going to change to a plus. So this becomes 4 plus 23, which is 27. Whoops, that's a 7. All right, so I can now take these brackets off, and I'm going to write everything that is remaining in this evaluation. Okay, so I have 2 times negative 3 minus 27. And because of order of operations, I'm going to multiply first. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 minus 27. A negative 6 minus a 27, this is subtraction of different sign numbers. So this subtraction becomes a positive, and the sign of my positive 27 will become negative. So negative 6 plus negative 27 equals negative 33, and this is my answer. One last example for you all. Evaluate b minus what is within the square root of, it's b squared minus 4 times a times c, when a equals 3, b equals negative 7, and c equals 2. So let's fill these variables in with their number value. B is negative 7 minus the square root of negative 7 squared minus 4 times a, which is 3, and c is 2. All right. So I'm going to first evaluate what is within this square root, and I'm going to evaluate the negative 7 with the exponent 2. Negative 7 squared is 49. A negative times a negative is a positive, so this is a positive 49. Now I want to multiply 3 times 2, which is 6, and then 6 times 4 is 24. Bring my subtraction sign down, rewrite the problem, make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, so 49 minus 24 is 25. I'm going to rewrite this with all of my other numbers and symbols for this expression. The square root of 25 is, whoops, I don't need to write that. I'm sorry about that. The square root of 25 is 5. Rewrite this. So this becomes negative 7 minus a positive 5. We change the operation sign to a plus. We change the sign of the second number to a negative. A negative 7 plus a negative 5 equals negative 12. My answer is negative 12. Okay, good luck on your homework. Take your time and rewrite your expressions as you evaluate them.